Howdy. Welcome back to Dion Talk. Does the 1% rule work in 2023? First, what is the 1% rule? This is a test that people had to determine if a deal was worth pursuing or not. They would have to look at a lot of deals to filter down to the few that they were going to look at. In 2010, when there were millions and millions of foreclosures every year, and you had thousands of deals in your market, it helped to have a system to narrow down the ones you were going to look at. But in 2023, do you have thousands and thousands of deals in your market that you need to look at? Are there millions of foreclosures happening in your area? It's not that the 1% rule didn't help in 2010 and 2011. The flaw with the 1% rule isn't even that it's outdated and that we don't have foreclosures in the millions happening now, or that you have thousands of deals to look at. My problem with the 1% rule is that it doesn't tell you if it's a good deal or not. It absolutely has nothing to do with what your yield is, your cash on cash return on investment. The 1% rule doesn't account for things like, what if you have an HOA that's $500 a month, or you don't have an HOA at all? What if you live in Idaho and your property taxes are $1,000 a year? Or what if you live in New Jersey and your property taxes are $16,000 a year? When we look at properties, the goal is to figure out if the math is good enough for us to take a deeper look, because math is only step one. If the math is good enough for us to take a deeper dive, then we look for things like, does the property have good parking? Does the property have physical aspects that will help us limit tenant turnover? I have a list that I go through, and the top ones start with parking. Are there side-by-side units in small multifamily so you don't have tenants living above or below another? Is there washer-dryer hookups inside each unit because tenants that are using a laundromat or shared laundry are just waiting for some place to open up? Is there at least 2 bedrooms in a garage because more space equals more stuff, so less likely to move? I also like the properties to be at least 10 miles from my other properties so that I'm pulling tenants from multiple sources. Those are just some of the things we look at when we are deciding if a property is worth pursuing or not. Math is step one, and if you're using something like the 1% rule, it's generally only going to find you good deals in war zones. That's not where I want to look for my properties. What I use to determine when I'm looking at math for my properties today is the same thing I did in 2013, 2015, and 2018. I look at the yield, the cash on cash return on investment. Annual profit divided by cost to acquire. Your annual profit is when you have all of your income coming in. That's rents, paid parking, washer and dryer if you're charging for it. All of that income, taking out your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, all of those expenses that you have, and taking out for future expenses, your capital expenditures, repairs, maintenance, and vacancy. If you have property management or something stupid like an HOA, you'll take out for that too. What's left is your profit. Your cost to acquire is not just your down payment. It's your down payment, closing costs, and money for immediate repairs, those things that it takes to make the property rent ready. You divide your annual profit by your cost to acquire, and that will give you a percentage. Study your market and the asset class that you're investing in, learn what the area average is, and then look for the deals that beat that percentage. I wouldn't be using the 1% rule in today's market. I saw we had a super chat here from Dividend Dave. Can't see what it is now because I'm doing this on my phone as I'm on a ferry that seems to be broken and sitting in the middle of the ocean because our dock is full or something. I hope this video at least made you think. Until my next video, thanks for coming to my Dion Talk.